Kelpieone here on Stainedglasscuts. Today I'm going to show you some examples of how I prepare to slump shapes into stained glass in a microwave kiln and the results that can be achieved. I'll be using stained glass circles and some shapes I've cut from 1/8 inch fiber paper. I have a video on how I make these shapes. Check it out. But first, there are two ways I slump shapes, a negative slump and a positive slump. For a negative slump, I cut a hole in the fiber paper and the glass flows into it. And for a positive slump, the glass flows off of the shape. You can use both in the same piece. Here's a negative only, a positive with a negative, and a positive, negative, positive, and another positive, negative, positive. You can also use one layer of glass or two. The most important element when doing this is to closely monitor the fusing at the end of your firing schedule. By this I mean literally lifting the lid of the kiln and looking to see what's going on. Have good ventilation, and because of the brightness and heat of the glass, be sure to wear protective goggles. I use welding goggles. I have two fixed firing schedules I start with, one for a single layer of glass and one for a double layer of glass. I then add 1-minute increments until I achieve the desired result. With a negative slump, because the glass flows towards the middle, overheating the glass can produce jagged edges. A positive slump is more forgiving, but overheating can still distort the edges of the glass as it flows off your shape towards the edge. With a single layer of glass, I heat just until the pattern is clearly visible. A difference of a minute on a single layer of glass can take you from a nice fire-polished edge to a sharp, jagged one like this. You can probably cut yourself on that. On the plus side, with a single layer of glass, there are no bubbles. Also, a single layer of glass moves more easily in the wind because it's lighter. I heat a double layer of glass until I see rounded, fused edges all the way around the outside. In general, I prefer positive slumping as you have fewer problems with jagged edges, although you can get some cool secondary patterns with a negative slump of 2 layers. So here's my setup. For this negative slump, I'll use a piece of kiln paper for the base and the fiber paper with my shape cut out of it on top. And I'll put the pattern side down. For this positive slump, because my kiln has some divots or holes in it, I'll use a piece of fiber paper for the base and place my shape on top. Add the glass. And we're ready for the kiln. And here are the results. The negative slump, and the positive one. Hope you found this video helpful. Items shown in this video are listed below. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Cheers!